Summer Bear, Life Balance Education, and Salt Lake Community College present the Mockingjay Players in The Hunger Games. Katniss Everdeen and Petta Mellark are tributes in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death on live TV. We join them after their fiery introduction to the Capitol.
I'm glad that's over.
Great job, you two. I'm sure you'll get many sponsors.
We are all anybody's going to be talking about!
I'm sure they didn't notice anything but you. You should wear flames more often, Katniss. They suit you.
Let's go upstairs. Now then, each district has its own floor, and because you're from District 12, you get the penthouse. This is the living room. Your rooms are down there. Why don't you clean yourselves up a bit before dinner? Oh, good. There you are. Sit down. Tomorrow's training, you know. It's where you show the game makers all that you've got. It's the best way to get sponsors. Your score determines a lot on your luck in these games.
Sounds like a big deal.
Oh, it is. Trust me.
How many sponsors do you think I'll get?
Well, by my bet, a lot. Unfortunately, I'm not the one that seals your sponsor deals. Haymitch is the only one who can.
So much for sponsors.
Oh, don't be like that. Haymitch isn't all that bad, really. He was just like you before he won the Hunger Games. But don't worry, I'll make him seal every last deal, even if I have to hold him at gunpoint.
Thank you, Effie. I think I'll go to my room now.
Hey, Katniss. Come up here. I want to show you something.
This building is so tall. Everything looks so small from here. How'd you find this place, Peeta?
Senna showed me. Pretty, right?
Yeah, it is.
I asked her why she showed me this. I was wondering if any tributes had ever attempted suicide or tried to escape.
What'd she say?
Well, it turns out you can't. Watch.
Peeta!
That's nothing. It's just a harmless force field, right?
Safe and sound.
You know what? This is ridiculous. The Capitol just doesn't get it. We're not pawns for their game.
You sound a lot like my friend back home. I'm surprised anyone finds this entertaining.
Well, your friend's right. I just wish I could think of a way to show them that we're not puppets, that they don't own us.
Do you think they're watching us now?
Maybe.
I'm going to bed. Thanks for showing me this, Peeta. See you tomorrow.
Come sit down and eat. Today we'll negotiate what we need to keep clear. After, I'll send you to train with the other tributes. Otherwise, I'll be coaching you both separately.
What? Why?
Well, say you had a secret skill that you'd like to keep secret.
But I don't have any secret skill. Plus, I already know Katniss's. I've eaten enough of her squirrels, right?
You can coach us together.
Fine, so give me an idea of what you can do.
I can't do anything special. Unless you count baking bread.
Sorry, I don't. I already know you're handy with a knife, Katniss.
Not really, but I can hunt with a bow.
And you're good?
She's excellent. My father buys her squirrels all the time. She always hits them through the eye. It's the same with the rabbits she sells to the butcher. She can even bring down a deer.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? If he's going to help you, he has to know what you're capable of. Don't underrate yourself.
Well, what about you? I've seen you in the market. You can lift 100-pound flour bags like it's nothing. Tell him that.
Will there be flour for me to chuck at people in the arena?
Well, Peeta can wrestle. He came in second last year in our school competition.
What use is that? How many times have you seen someone wrestle someone to death?
There's always hand-to-hand combat. All you need is to come up with a knife and you'll at least stand a chance. If I get jumped, I'm dead.
But you won't. You'll be living up in some tree eating squirrels and sniping people off with arrows. You know what my mother said to me? She said maybe District 12 will finally have a winner. And then I realized she meant you.
No, she meant you.
She said she's a survivor, that one. She is.
But only because someone helped me.
They'll be tripping over each other to sponsor you.
No more than you.
She has no idea the effect she has.
Katniss, there's no guarantee there will be bows and arrows in the arena. But during your private session with the game makers, show them what you can do. Until then, steer clear of archery. Understood? Now, are you any good at trapping?
I know some basic snares.
Good. That could be significant in terms of food. See if you can learn a few new techniques in training. And Peeta, Katniss is right. Don't underestimate strength in the arena. Very often it tilts the advantage to a player. They'll have weights in the main area of the training center, but don't reveal how much you can lift in front of the tributes. The plan's the same for the both of you. Go to group training, spend time learning something you don't know. Swing a mace, throw a spear, tie a decent knot. Save showing off for the private session with the game makers. Are we clear?
Yes.
One last thing. You are to be at each other's side at all times.
But
I don't...
It is not open for discussion. You promised you would do whatever I said. You two are to stay at each other's side and remain amicable to each other. Now get out and get to training. It's underground on the lower level. You're already late, so you better get going. What are you waiting for? Go! Go!
In 2 weeks, 23 of you will be dead. Which one of you isn't will depend on how well you pay attention to me over the next 4 days. There are 4 compulsory exercises and stations. The rest is elective individual training. My advice is don't ignore the survival skills. Everybody wants to grab a sword, but most of you will die from natural causes. Exposure kills as easily as a knife. Most importantly, absolutely no fighting with the other tributes in the training area. You'll have plenty of time for that in the arena. We expect you to be on your best behavior.
And after that incredibly long speech, this is where we're getting trained.
hey, is there a camouflage station?
Right over there.
Thanks.
No problem, kiddo.
What was that? Why'd you pick camouflage?
It never hurts to learn something new. Plus, this is the only thing related to baking. Mud's just icing.
I'll take your word for it. Peeta, who's that little girl who keeps watching us?
I think her name's Rue? Yeah, Rue from District 11.
I don't want her here in the games. She's just so young, and she shouldn't be exposed to things like this. What can we do about it?
What can we do about it? Nothing, really. I mean, I guess we could help her train.
Let's join her and the other District 11 tribute. Thresh?
So, class, what is this plant and what are its effects?
Nightlock. It's really deadly. You can die in less than a minute just by swallowing a couple berries.
Very good, Rue. That's your 15th correct answer.
That's very impressive, Rue.
Thank you.
Hey guys, come here. Tomorrow they'll bring each tribute in one by one and evaluate you. This is important because higher ratings will mean sponsors. This is the time to show them everything. There will be a bow, make sure to use it. Peeta, this is the time to show your strength. They'll start with District 1 and go down the list, so you two go last. I don't know how else to put this, but make sure they remember you. How bad was it today?
I don't think it even mattered. By the time I showed up, no one even bothered to look at me. They were all busy chatting with each other. I mean, I threw some weights around, but I still wasn't that good.
Katniss?
I shot an arrow at the game makers.
You what?
I shot an arrow at them. Not exactly at them, just in their direction. It's like Peeta said, I was shooting and they were ignoring me, and I was mad, so I shot an arrow through the apple in the roast pig's mouth.
Do you realize that your actions reflect badly on all of us, not just you?
They just want a good show. It's fine.
How about it's just bad manners, Cinna? How about that? Haymitch, I hope you noticed that we have a serious situation.
Nice shooting, sweetheart. What did they do when you shot the apple?
Well, they looked pretty startled, terrified. Ridiculous, some of them. One even tripped backward into the punch bowl.
Oh, yeah? And what happened after that?
I thank them for their consideration.
Genius, Katniss. Genius!
I don't think we're going to find this funny if the game makers decide to take it out.
On who? On her? Peeta? What can they possibly do that they haven't already done?
I don't think it matters now anyway.
She's right. The scores only matter if they're good. No one pays attention to the bad or mediocre ones. For all they know, you could be hiding your talents to get a low score on purpose. Makes the other tributes underestimate them. That strategy has been used before.
I hope that's how people will interpret the 4 I'm gonna get. I'm sure we'll be okay.
Oh, we're missing the scores on.
From District 11, Ruth scored a 7.
And Thresh received a 10.
And now for District 12,
Here we go.
Peeta was awarded a score of 8.
Bravo, Peeta.
I knew you could do good score.
We can work with that.
Good job.
And Katniss, the girl on fire, scored an impressive 11.
Extraordinary.
They hated me.
They must have liked your guts.
To Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Excellent work, you two.
President Snow, what a lovely garden you have.
An 11. You gave her an 11?
She earned it.
She shot an arrow at your head.
Well, at an apple.
Near your head. Sit down. Why do you think we have a winner?
What do you mean?
I mean, why do we have a winner? If we just wanted to intimidate the districts, why not round up 24 of them at random and execute them all at once? It would be a lot faster and cheaper.
I'm still not quite sure what you mean.
Hope.
Hope?
A little hope is effective in keeping the idiot masses in line. A lot of hope is dangerous. A lot of hope can give people ideas. Oh, a spark is fine so long as it's contained and it doesn't get out of control.
So,
contain it.
Oh, Haymitch, you should join us.
Oh, lovely.
Where's Peeta?
He's in his room. Listen, today's the last day of training. They let us work with our own tributes right before the games start. So you'll be working with Effie this morning, and we will meet this afternoon.
What about Peeta?
He says he wants to be trained on his own from now
What?
on. This kind of thing does happen at this point. There's only one winner, right?
Haymitch, she's all yours. After 2 hours of training, she now has perfect posture, a winning smile, and more. You should be grateful.
Peeta's theme. That much was simple. You, on the other hand, are a problem.
And why is that?
Peeta has a natural, subtle humor. You can't help but like him right away. Well, it's not so easy.
That's not very nice.
Don't get me wrong. It isn't as though I have nothing to work with. I mean, you saved your sister's life, got the highest training score, and Cinna made you unforgettable with her pyrotechnics. But no one knows who you are. And this, more than ever, is where you need to show yourself off, where you get the most sponsors. You need to get rid of that hostility.
I am not hostile.
Every time you open your lips, ice escapes.
It does not.
Of course not.
I can be friendly.
Please. I don't know who that was in that chariot, and she hasn't shown up since then either. I still have no clue how you pulled that off.
Yeah, you've given me so many reasons to be cheery.
I don't care if you like me or not. Don't you understand? You don't have to please me. You do have to please the audience and the sponsors. Katniss, not only are you hostile, you're also a complete mystery. We know nothing about you. We've been around you for weeks, asked you dozens of questions, tried to get to know you, but we still don't know the first thing about who you really are.
I don't want them to. They're already taking my future. Why should I let them take my past?
Then lie. Make something up.
I'm not good at it.
Well, you better learn fast. Right now, you've got about as much charm as a dead slug. You know what? Just do whatever you want, sweetheart. I give up.
Claudius in 5, 4, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your master of ceremonies, Caesar Flickerman.
Thank you, and welcome to the 74th Annual Hunger Games! Thank you. In just a few moments, the tributes that you've heard so much about are going to be here. Are you excited?
It's almost time. Are you ready to go on? You look amazing.
I don't feel amazing, and no, I'm not ready to go out there.
Don't you have any idea how beautiful you look?
Thank you. The gown's beautiful, but... Cinna, I don't know how to make people like me. How do you make people like you, Cinna?
You made me like you.
That's different. I wasn't trying.
Exactly. Just be yourself. I'll be right off stage the whole time. Just pretend you're talking to me, all right? Now go on.
Now, from District 12, the one you've all been waiting for, you know her as a girl on fire. We know her as the lovely Katniss Everdeen. That was quite an entrance you made the other day. Do you want to tell us what you were thinking?
Well, I was just hoping I wouldn't burn to death.
So, about that trading store. 11. Give us a hint about what happened in there.
I think it was a first.
Oh, come on, you're killing us here. Details.
I'm not supposed to say anything, right?
She's not.
There you go. My lips are sealed.
Oh, all right. I suppose we'll have to let you off the hook. I have one more question. It's about your sister. We were all very moved when you volunteered in her place at the reaping. Did she come bid you farewell?
Yes, she did.
And what did she say to you?
I told her that I would try to win for her.
Of course you did. And try so you will. Ladies and gentlemen, from District 12, I give you Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire!
Now, please give a warm welcome to Petta Mellark.
Peeta, welcome. How are you finding the capital?
Well, it sure is different from home.
Different how?
Okay, well, the showers here are weird. Like, do I smell like roses to you or what? Take a whiff.
Oh, all right.
You see?
Yes. Do I smell like it?
You definitely smell better than I do.
I've lived here longer.
That makes sense.
So, Peeta, tell me, is there a special girl back home?
No, not really.
No? I don't believe it for a second. Look at your face. A dashing man such as you. Come on, Peeta. Do tell.
Okay, well, there is this one girl. I've had a crush on her for as long as I can remember. I'm pretty sure she didn't even know I existed until the reaping.
Well, I'll tell you what, Peeta. You go out there and you win this thing, and when you get home, she'll have to go out with you.
Thanks, I appreciate the thought, but I don't think winning would help me much with her.
Oh? Why not?
Because she came here with me.
Does Katniss love Peeta? Will this love impact their survival? Find out next time in Part 4 of the Hunger Games radio drama. Until then,
may the odds be ever in your favor.